dancing in the street, hot fudge and fucking mustard. How the hell is it going, everybody? I'm Bizak. Welcome back to the game in the shack where we like to not smoke crack. It's your boy Busy, the lovable lunatic. I am here bringing you some NFL coverage. Apologize for the darkness in the camera right now, but we are on the frozen tundra. Could see the smoke flying out of my mouth. It's not smoke, it's air. That was smoke. Actually, that was vapor from the Juul. Because y'all that are trying to quit smoking should go to this thing for a little bit and see if it doesn't help your motherfucking cravings. 3 cigarettes since October 30th. What's up? Proud of myself. It's been a good day, so I'm going to dive right into it. Man. Now, the NFL's been weird. How do I even put this? It's been a weird, strange season in the NFL. Oof. Weirder and weirder it gets as it goes on. But as it goes on, 2 things are for certain. The Pittsburgh Steelers are a force to be reckoned with in the AFC. And my Philadelphia Eagles, even with the loss last Sunday in Seattle, are a major force to be reckoned with in the NFC, as they're tied for best record overall. So, I was asked a question on Monday, even after the Eagles loss. I had just gotten home from a detox center. And I am very active in my football groups, and I try to get my voice out there. I have a page of my own, sports page. I try to get myself out there in a lot of ways because I have a lot of talents. And I was asked by 2 people on Monday, minus the stupid questions I got about the Eagles not being a good team or playing anybody good. I'll dive into that in a second. But I was asked about a Pennsylvania Super Bowl and if it can happen. Dude, I've been dreaming of a PA Super Bowl since Ben showed up in Pittsburgh in 2003. And the writing's been on the wall. It's almost happened almost on a handful of occasions. And I'm not trying to sound homerish because everybody knows I'm a diehard Eagles fan. I mean, you can see swoop on the beanie there. Obviously, I'm usually Eagles head to toe for the most part. I do have a good fashion sense, but I rep my Eagles hardcore. I always have, I always will. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, they have been a team that has been a perennial powerhouse in the AFC. Missed the playoffs maybe once every 6 years, something like that. Now, this has almost happened a handful of times, but we haven't got anywhere close to it since 2008. 2010, if you want to get technical on that team in 2013. Should have made a deeper playoff run. But this is the first that we've had a glimpse since the 2009 Super Bowl. So do I think it can happen? Abso-fucking-lutely, and let me tell you why. You got on both ends. Oh, neither of them have played nobody. Yeah, I think every one of y'all saying that are playing with your own or somebody else's dick, and need to stop that shit. The Steelers play in the AFC North, which, isn't the greatest of divisions this year, as is the NFC East. But let me remind you, the Steelers have the best offense in the AFC, in my opinion. Even better than New England. They have a more complete run game. They have more dynamic receivers. No offense to Brandon Cooks or Gronk, who's a dirty son of a bitch, and I hope he fucking gets run over by one of the fucking medical carts. Fucking piece of shit. Anyway, I think some of y'all are sucking the Patriots' dick too much. Who do they play? All right, they play in the AFC East. I wish I played the fucking Dolphins, Jets, and Bills twice. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking serious? No offense, Jets fans. Y'all are playing much better than I thought you would this year. And the Bills started out nice, but come on, man. You fucking kidding me? You fucking serious right now? Please. Please. And the Patriots almost lost to the Jets. Figure that out. And now we'll jump. Oh, well, the Steelers lost to the Bears and to Jacksonville. The Steelers typically play down to their competition or up to it. There ain't no down teams in the playoffs. So I ask you, who are they going to play down to? The AFC is pretty good this year. Jacksonville's going to be a wild card, and they have a top 5 defense. Some categories, number 1 overall. I'm sorry. Who do they got to play down to in the playoffs? There's that. You look at the overall body of work. You look at the way they grind out wins. They win those close games, and they can also blow you out. They're a good team all around. The defense is exciting to watch. Thoughts and prayers are with Ryan Shazier, however you say his name. He was a terror against Penn State, always. Wasn't my favorite guy on Saturdays, but I love watching him play. And it's a shame for that young man. I wish him a successful and speedy recovery and hope he can get back to playing football here in the near to distant future. I see a complete team, and I see a team that replicates their NFC counterpart, the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's get into that. Their run game has been impeccable this year. They have fucking 4 running backs that could probably start for 20 teams in the NFL at least. You kidding me? Corey Clement is a fucking legend, and he's a rookie. He is a touchdown machine. You got LeGarrette Blount hurdling and running motherfuckers over 10, 15 yards down the field. You got Jay Ajayi with his quick burst and speed. You even got Kayjon Barner, who has explosiveness. And Wendell Smallwood, who hasn't even played. We have Wendell Smallwood, who put up, I believe, 750 yards his rookie season, which is nothing to sniff at. Absolutely. Like, I'm sorry. When that run game is rolling, how do you stop it? And let's go beyond that. Okay, you want to talk trenches, physicality. The Eagles got some of the best linemen in the NFL. Granted, I am not a pro. I am not a big V guy. He's an excellent run blocker, shitty pass protector. Absolutely terrible for a left tackle, pass protecting. But the Eagles have made do, and they got to make adjustments and get an extra man for help as the season goes on. That's something that burned them in Seattle. And you got the pass game. Carson Wentz and company. How amazing this year. Even when he's looked bad, you look at a bad game and say, oh, 220 yards, 2 touchdowns. You know, that's an off game for him. This last game in Seattle, he had a fumble and a late pick that was a garbage pick, essentially, like a punt. 350 yards and a touchdown. Okay, and that's a bad game? He had accuracy probably. He was 30 of 45. That's a bad game? Okay. You wonder why we're quaking here and we're freaking absolutely excited about this. Why we're so hype. And then you got that defense who's been absolutely ferocious, puts pressure on the quarterback. The corners are great press man cover corners. The secondary, the way they will lay you out into next Tuesday. Mauk and McLeod. Oh, man, what a duo. When that team is firing on all cylinders, you've seen there's nobody that can even come close to them. And a great Seattle team, and I'll say it again, great, especially in December, Seattle team rocked them in the mouth Sunday. And they still didn't get pummeled. They were still mostly within 1 touchdown most of that game. So I'm sorry. how do you figure that the Eagles are weak and don't play anybody? Okay, let's look at the numbers. When the season started, do we expect the Arizona Cardinals to be shitty? No, not like they are. I expected about 9-7. Did we expect the Giants to absolutely implode? No, I had the Giants as my NFC East winner. I had the Eagles rolling in hot as a wild card at 11-5. I had the Giants at 12-4. Now, I don't think anybody in their right mind seen that coming. You have Dallas, who everybody thought they were world beaters last year and could have went to the Super Bowl. Had a bad call not going against them, and was a team that was looking to repeat. Granted, I thought they'd fall back a little bit, but I thought they would snag the second wild card, also at 11-5. And then you got Washington, who just seems to be sneaky. They're not great, but they'll beat teams that they're not supposed to. All right. Playing against them three teams at the start of the season, I thought I'd be happy with 3-3 or 4-2 in the division. They have gone 4-0 at this point, and essentially have set up, if they win this week, 2 games that might prove to be meaningless the rest of the year. They've already clinched at least 4-2, and I guarantee there's no way they're losing to the Giants next Sunday. But that's next Sunday. You got to focus on the Rams and a great LA team. But you look at not playing anybody. Carolina is a pretty good team, especially at home. We'll see that against Minnesota. If they beat Minnesota at home, I want to hear the talks of, oh, Minnesota hasn't played anybody. They play in the NFC North. Who's in the NFC North? Detroit? Give me a break. Green Bay, I'm sorry, it hasn't been shit without Rodgers. They're lucky to have a couple wins in a row here. I just really right now, there's no team in the NFC that can match the Eagles. There's not. The only one, in my opinion, is Seattle, and you get them away from Qualcomm Stadium, whatever the fuck it is, get them away from the 12th man in January, it's a different ball game. It's an absolute different ball game, no questions asked. And we might see that rematch. I hope we do see it. I just see two teams that are mirror images of each other, that have the personnel, have the coaching when their fucking things are working good, and not like they did last week. The Steelers were lucky to get out with a win, and we seen what happened to the Eagles. I personally think this is a team, these are two teams that right now it's Super Bowl or bust. Anything less than championship game appearances for either is a disappointment. Do I think they can make the Super Bowl? I have my odds right now at 72%. I have odds at one of them making the Super Bowl, 84%. It's not just a yes. It's a, oh, hell yeah. And that's the bottom line, because the lovable lunatic said so. Have a good day, guys. Good night. Packer ass crack. Time for me to kick back, drink some beers, and smoke some what? Have a good one.